What is up, guys? Today we're going to be taking apart this Univega Rover Sport. It is a parts bike. I do have someone coming from the frame, so the frame will not go into the scrapyard. But before we take it off, let's try to determine why I picked this one over other bikes that I usually don't get. So you will notice it is a step-through model. So it is mainly a female version frame. But let's look at some things that make this a little bit nicer than your lower end frames. What caught my attention is going to be the wheels. They are UKAI wheels, UKAI. If you're a BMX person, you know these are probably some of the nicer wheels that came in this era. Sorry. Another way you could tell your bike is a little bit nicer is it has detachable chain rings. Some of these came with like a riveted or one piece, you know, so this is a little bit nicer. They spend a little bit more time, a little bit more money putting this together. What else? It has Suntour derailleurs. There's lower end and high end, obviously, but the fact that they went with Suntour, not Li Qing or lower end Shimano's, means that these this model is probably a little bit higher on the hierarchy of this particular brand. And what else do we have here? We do have limit screws on the rear dropouts. Not a lot of bikes had this in the lower end model, so this lets you know it's a little bit higher end. Mounting racks, you know, many people take those for granted, but you know, anything extra that they did costs extra money. So the fact that they put mounting racks on it means it was nicer. Aluminum seat posts. It's not a high-end aluminum seat post, but the fact that it's aluminum means it's a little bit higher end. Let's see what else we have here. We do have the Suntour shifters. Once again, these are one of my favorite shifters. They're the Suntour ratchet shifters, and they are a little bit on the more expensive side, even for back in the days. So if they have these, you know it was a decent quality bike. And the brake levers are Diacomp or Doncomp, whatever you guys want to call them. There are cheaper levers that look similar to this. Once again, the Lychee is the one that comes to mind. So the fact that it has Diacomps, not Lychee, means it's a little bit higher quality. Little stuff like this versus just that little hook that goes there makes them a little bit nicer. Aluminum brake calipers instead of steel. Obviously the BMX stem makes it a little bit nicer. Aluminum pedals. I'm sure the lower ones come with plastic pedals. Yes, you could change these, but I'm sure these came original with the bike. These are just a few things or a few ways to tell if it's like a lower end bike or a higher end bike, regardless of the brand, because like I said, all brands make, you know, different models. So sometimes you're looking at a brand that you might not know, but you look for these certain things and you're able to tell, oh, this was a higher end bike for its time. Also, let me see if it shows here, but this has chromoly frame tubes, high tension forks, and rear stays. So this is chromoly, this is high tensile, and then this is high tensile steel. But the fact that it has some chromoly, once again, it just makes it a little bit nicer, because back in the days, high tensile steel was so much cheaper and probably still is. Sorry guys, every time I see a scrap truck like that pass by my area, I always check if it has bikes, and that's how I get a lot of my bikes, because they literally drive past my house. All right, so originally I was gonna call this video strip and scrap, kind of like chicken crap, and I was just gonna strip the frame completely and then scrap it. But as always, I had someone reach out and say, hey, Not as always, but luckily I had someone reach out and say, can I have the frame when you're done? And I said, of course. I have no use for it. I don't want to scrap it. So, I said, yeah, come pick up the frame because I have no use for it, and I'd rather someone put some use into it than it wind up at the scrapyard. So, the title is no longer Strip and Scrap because luckily it's not getting scrapped. And this chain is rusted. All right. As you can tell, the spokes are pretty rusted, but the hoops and the hubs are nice, so it could be rebuilt again, which is kind of what you want. Surprisingly, the cables are still really good. I don't know if I'm gonna keep them or not, but for right now I'm gonna say yes. And then these are nice. These are nice. This little system here is nice. Go ahead and cut that off real quick. So I'm going to try to keep the cables as long as possible. So I'll cut it right where that guy ends, right there. And this guy comes off. And take that off later. Let's take it off now. What do you think, guys? Should we take it off now? Let's take it off now. Let's take off the brakes now. It's a minimum. Oh, that's tight. And this is I'm not gonna lie, I was actually looking for a set of these brakes. I don't know if you guys could see the brakes or not, but I was looking for a set of these brakes for another build that I'm doing, because I wanted to match this era. These are tight though. Damn. So for the person getting this frame, that's all you're getting. That's all you're getting is just the frame set. Everything else, ooh, damn it. Everything else is coming with me and staying with me, because I have other projects. I have too many freaking projects. Alright. So I guess we're gonna take off the, let's take off the front end. Oh, we can't take off the front end because it has all these cables on it. Haha. And moment of truth. Not stuck. All right. This is also an old standard of BMX. So it's a 1 inch, but it's the old school Schwinn 1 inch. I'm sorry. So it's not your traditional 1 inch. Right, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? I should cut all these at once. I should cut this guy here. Cut there. This guy doesn't have it. And then I should cut this guy here. And put this guy away now, because I don't need it anymore. Shimano TLC T12. Really good wire cutters. Right. Now let's go ahead and take off all the housing. This should be a number 8. There we go, number 8. Slide it through. This guy's cable stop right there. Boom. Sick. I like how simple. Ooh, I like how simple everything was back in the day. Everything was just made. You guys in focus? Huh? If you guys are wondering, Univega was made by the Miyata company in Japan, which made a lot of the Japanese bikes were made at the Miyata factory and branded under different names, and they had slight similarities with them and differences with them. And I honestly, like, to this day, and I've said this many times, and hopefully we'll catch up to it one day, but Japanese bikes are underrated because, I don't know, did a whole video about that, about how Japanese bikes don't get as much love as Italian bikes do, you know, but they should, because they're just so well crafted. And I honestly think because they're so well crafted, that people just take them for granted. Kind of like Toyota and Honda, you know. There we go. All right, so all the cables should be loose. This cable's loose. This cable, nice. All right. All right. So we got the cockpit off, and that's all gonna stay one piece for right now, because you see the Shimano. I'm sorry. You see the Centaurs, sensor shifters, die comp. This is a nice cockpit, guys. This is a really nice cockpit. Went ahead and put that aside. Let's take off the front derailleur. You're taking off the front derailleur? You know what? Should we leave them with the derailleurs, guys? Who the hell runs a front derailleur nowadays anyways? Everyone's doing one bys. We'll take it off. If he wants it, I'll give him the derailleur. I'm not gonna hold him to the front derailleur. The rear derailleur I might keep, only because I don't know if the other bike I want to use some of these parts on has a rear derailleur. And then look at how long that cage is. Like, that's a long cage right there. You know what I should do though? I should cut the chain. Before I go any further, let me cut the chain. I see some people get these like bolt cutters and be like, look at me cut this chain. I'm like, huh, that's cool. But I don't know. Is it worth getting bolt cutters just to cut chains? $3 tool from Amazon. Cuts the chain just perfectly. So chain is cut. The railer went swinging. Kidding me, right? Oh, there we go. Okay. This might go with the bike. Kickstand might go with the bike. The derailleur will not go with the bike, mainly because keep dropping my tool. I like that look. Like if you're fixing up an older bike, like old school derailleurs look freaking, and it still has a lot of spring tension there. So maybe just clean it up and put it back on the bike. Alright, should we do let's do the seats. You're taking the seat? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If I'm not mistaken, this guy's gonna run cruiser wheels on it. So it's gonna have coaster brake. So because he's running coaster brake, he's not gonna need any of this. There goes another scrap truck. Has a tricycle, but no bikes. That's the guy right there. That's the guy that I bought my giant Seek off. All right, let's put you guys back down. And let's drink some coffee. Take a picture for the gram. Alright, I'm gonna leave the reflectors. The reflectors are cool. Like, the reflectors are cool, and I'm gonna tell him if he doesn't use the reflectors, give them back to me. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to see if I need this headset for anything. I don't have an old BMX bike build coming up. So just because I don't have one coming up, I'm gonna go ahead and give it to him as well. But trust me, if I had a build coming up and I needed that headset, ooh, that would come off so quick. 5. Well, that sucked. I gotta take care of that. Huh? The other side came off, but not this one. This one wanted to be a pain in the butt. All right. All right. Let's angle it a little bit higher. Oh, I'm not bending over as much. Let's bring you guys a little bit higher too. Right there. We're gonna see how we could take off that little plastic piece. First thing first, let's just try a poker inside and then twist. Nope. That's not working. You know what? I have a crazy idea. I'm gonna take it off from this side, the non-drive side first, and then worry about that later. Right, so that's off. And that's off. Yeah. All right, we're gonna grab our crank puller here. Just come on. Well, that came off really easy. Woo. Yeah, that came out easy. Come on, let go. There we go. Let's swing around a bit. All right, let's go ahead and nope, this way. This way's gonna be the right. I should just go get the stupid tool for this. There we go. Well, so that's off. And then, nope, come on. Come on. There we go. Ooh, it still has like little oil in there. It's not, it's like the grease has liquefied. Look at this, guys. Like, this is the difference between, like, I've taken apart Walmart bikes that are less than a year old that have less grease than this 40-year-old bike right here. So my idea was to get a wrench in there and take off the bottom bracket cup, but because it's a triple, it won't let me. So let me think about what I'm gonna do here. All right, guys, so what I ended up doing is getting back the pick, and instead of trying to do it from the inside, I just grabbed it from the side, and now you can see it's moving. And you're able to get it with your hand, and unfortunately that broke off. This is just plastic, guys. Like, it's not anything special. It just keeps the dust off. Although they are kind of cool to save if you can. There we go. That side's off now. When you're doing this, be very careful how you put this part in, because this could strip really easily, and I've done it several times, and it's a pain in the butt, and you really have to struggle. All right, let's see if we could take off the crank. Come on. Okay, I just felt it. There we go. There you go. This is like, and once again, I do have the tool for this, and I should go get the tool for this. I should not be using freaking pliers to do this. As many times have I told you guys, make sure you guys use the right tool. No, you know what? No. Spend the extra 5 minutes and look for the tool. spend an extra 5 minutes figuring out which way to go. That way. This way. Let me take that off. Can't get a good grip. Oh, that might work actually. Let's see here. It should be coming down. Come on, man. All right, all right. This thing is coming out one way or another. I learned this little I know this seems like, of course you do that. That's what you do. No, like, I learned this from his name is Monkey Shed from YouTube, because I was struggling and this tool would always slip. And then randomly I saw one of his videos and he's like, hey, if you got issues, do this. And I was like, well, of course you do that. Like, the fact that I had to see this in the video, like, really questions myself, to be honest with you guys. Like, all right, so then tighten up. Lower the bike a little bit. Put you guys back in frame. Hopefully you're seeing that. Rim. All right, now if I'm not mistaken, it comes back. There it is, there it is, there it is. That's all you need. Now you loosen this up because or else it won't come off. There you go. Just need that little thing to break. Hopefully not the tool breaks, but you know what I mean. And do we still need the tool? Yep, we still do. Let's go ahead. Thing is on there pretty tight actually. This is the hardest thing to take off, but look, you see, it's like 40-year-old grease there. All right, so what's next, guys? What else should we take off? Can we take off the seat? Oh, so many times these are stuck, but this one is just, and it's a nice seat too. It is. That's a pretty nice seat. All right, we're gonna keep the seat. Woo. I am gonna leave the bottle cage. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I lied. And I know what you're thinking. Don't you have tons of bottle cages? Yes, I do. I have tons of them. How many bottle cages do you have? A ton. Like a lot. I have lots of bottle cages. But you know what I don't have? I don't have a water cage that says Univega. So because this one says Univega, and I have a Univega project coming up soon, I'm taking this off. Just because I can. Because it's still mine. Alright. And there it is. There it is, guys. You guys focusing on that? Alright. That's it. Stripped. About to call out my homeboy. About to text him a picture. Be like, hey, come pick up your bikes. I'll give him the screws. You know what's interesting too? The bottle case screws. Yep. They're the same as the mounting rack screws. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. See? Same. Buenos días, jefe. My neighbor going for his walk. You know what? Should I take these guys off? For those of you saying, dude, really? Seriously? Yes. Seriously. I'm gonna take these little nubs off too. Oh, no, that one's rusted. Okay, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. That's it. Elvis! Come pick up your bike before I take more stuff off. Look at it. See? Like these little things? That's extra. The lower end bikes don't have these little things right here. And they don't have this guy. This is nice. This is a nice frame, guys. This is a nice frame. I'm glad it's not going in the scrapyard. If it was going in the scrapyard, I would take off the forks, keep the forks and the headset. But because it's going to be rebuilt, and I know that headset it's not like impossible, but it is pretty difficult to get. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it on there. I took a lot of stuff off already, and yeah. All right. I'm going to start rambling, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off. So yeah, I just stripped on the bike for parts to use on the future build, and to sell some stuff. The wheels are going to be up for sale, so if you need some 26-inch Yukai wheels, 26 times 175, not the 2.25s. They're 175s. If you need some 4-finger brake levers, if you need some Suntour shifters that just came off this bike, let me know. Yarso Cycles, out.